here's my recap for game one. I'm behind because it's been a busy week. I want people to kind of simmer down because there was a lot of like upset people after that game, and some could say rightfully so. But honestly, I feel like you guys are giving up on the season too quickly, and we just gotta ride it out at least 20 games before you get a really good sample size. But my takes from the game, we didn't play that bad. We were really flat. The lines aren't really meshing well, which is to be expected. It's the first game of the season, and we got to give people time. But third line was great. Stahl, Carrier, Martinook. They shut down first line almost completely. The goals that were, it was two empty netters at the end. But if we're counting the score as 2-1, the two goals that were let in were off of soft penalties, where either I disagreed with them. I was at the game and I didn't think that was a slash, or it was like a really weak hooking. There was a really weak like high stick. I don't think we should have put ourselves in that position to begin with, but I also think the refs kind of bailed them, and it could have been better. Like it could have a couple plays swinging in the other direction could have helped us out. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. We just gotta, keep our heads up, move on, and I feel like that's what they're doing. If I'm going off the takes I wrote before the game, I said solid goaltending no matter who starts, and some people disagree with the Anderson starting, but I thought he played great. The one goal he let in, both of them that he let in, two goals he let in, are both on power plays, and the only one I could criticize him was we left him 1-on-1 with the shooter, and he just has to stop that. But at the end of the day, if those are the only mistakes he made, I'm fine with that. Next thing I put down was return to peak power play form, and I'm just going to keep this short. We did not. We played like garbage on the power play. Like, I feel like it needs to be restructured a bit, but we'll give it time. Give it time. But honestly, I don't like how Natchez and Aho both need a quarterback the power play. And who's first, who's second, I don't care. But it needs to be changed in my eyes. Rookie's first game, that was for Jackson Blake. Honestly, it was just a confidence thing. He didn't look like he was comfortable out there. It took him a bit to even get into, it. And he kind of looked a little bit, not used to it, which he isn't. It's his first NHL game. So I'll give him that. And I feel like that'll improve over time. My last thing I said was Eric Robinson, Jack Roslovic, can they show up? And they did. Like, I saw flashes of Roslovic. I don't like the line combo. I really think that Roslovic should be in the first line or something like that. Because the top of the lines weren't meshing. And I feel like it's because you have three guys that want to be that guy on the first line, Svechnikov, Jarvis, and Aho. I don't think you can really do that. You need to have somebody there that can play defense or, set up passes or be like Roslovic and be the speed guy, which is why I think, the Fost or like Martinook or Teravainen or whoever on the top line really worked because they complemented. And same with like the second line, you got to kind of like stud out your star power. But again, it's one game, so you got to, let the sample size grow before we make like too many crazy changes. But defensively, loved it. Burns, Slavin, all of them played great. Like, it took them a bit to get used to. Maybe there needs to be some switching because, Sean Walker and Goster did not get off on the right foot. But as time went on, it kind of got better. Gosterbear had some struggles on the power play. Again, it's one game. Give him some time before we start complaining. But again, that's the whole season. It's 82 games. Let's not get too downtrodden yet. We gotta at least let it play out and get a good sample size before we give up hope. I know it's supposed to be a down year, but I feel like we still make playoffs and everything will be okay. I apologize for the really late recap. I'm gonna have this up, the recap for tonight's game against the Devils, up tonight, and we'll see how it goes.